Hey guys, before we start the video, I just wanted to say this was recorded on the All Chips In podcast. I'll have the link to the podcast and the TikTok for the podcast down below in the description. Hope you guys enjoy. There's some crazy picks in here. See ya.
Yeah, I'm 3-3 in both my leagues. I don't know. It's just been an eventful season. But back to what we wanted to get to, our QB rankings for this season, quarterback rankings for this season. One quarterback that we are putting over the others. We're gonna put Jacoby in for Deshaun Watson. We put in Kenny Pickett. And we put in Zach Wilson, and we have Tua in. So yeah, that's gonna be, I guess, some key names if it sounds weird. So we'll start from the bottom of the list, going to the top. Adam, what is your QB rankings from 32 to 26? Let's hear it.
Bottom of the worst QB in the NFL, according to me, is Baker Mayfield.
Hmm.
And I
I can see
don't
that
really think there should be any
discussion.
discussion of him being bottom three right now. He has been horrendous, and so have the Panthers. I mean, they're falling apart. They're literally falling apart. Probably just going to trade everybody and win one game all season and lose the rest. And they
Right.
probably should, to be honest.
Yep.
And my 31st worst QB, if or best, if you want to look at it that way. And I know a lot of people love this kid. A lot of people say he's the next great thing, and it's just, it's just the head coaches, it's the system, it's the players around him. But Justin Fields is just crap. He is just bad right now. And I know everyone's like, he's the greatest player that's ever existed. I'm like, where? Where? Who? Who said this? Where? What do you I saw a podcast like 2 days ago where they were like, this kid's the best kid in the world. If he's given the right coaches, he will be one of the best QBs that have ever played the game. I'm like, shut up. From
The
when?
best
From
QB.
what? From what? What? Come on. Come on now. He's just been so bad. And so have the Bears have been horrible. Number 30,
Right.
and I feel bad for doing this. I feel bad for doing this because, he's not a big name player, but Kenny Pickett. He hasn't had much time. The games he's played have been in really, really tough defenses, so that's all I have to go off of. It's really harsh. I don't like going off of it like that, but Kenny Pickett's going 30. Number 29, a kid that I don't believe in. Texans need a new QB, Davis Mills. Uh, I know he tied with the Colts, and he
Yeah.
beat the ever inconsistent Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, I 2 seasons of meh,
Meh.
and then 28. A lot of people aren't gonna like this, but both of the backups have arguably been better than he's played. Mac Jones, 28th. Both of his backups have pretty much
Wow.
outplayed them.
Mac Jones at 28?
Mac Jones is trash. And
Wow.
you know what? I've heard people say they should why doesn't Belichick let Jones throw the ball? Why did they run so much? I wonder why they're not letting Mac Jones pass. Because they don't trust him to do it. That's why has some of the lowest passing attempts in the league last season and this season. Because they don't trust him. He's injury prone. He doesn't make any big throws. He doesn't win big games. I mean, look at the Colts. We beat them. We beat them last year. Jonathan Taylor, game-ending touchdown. He can't put teams to bed. He's not great. I know it's controversial, but he's not good. 27th, I could not believe I'd put this name here, Charlie. You're not going to
What'd you
believe
put?
me.
What'd you put?
Russell Wilson. You're not going to believe me, but he has been horrible. He has been
27th.
horrible. It's this season. He has been
Wow.
horrible.
That's crazy.
Horrible. What has he done right? He beat the Bears. And then he got lucky on something else. They have the most boring offense in the league, the most disorganized team that has no idea what they're doing. It's a fucking mess for the Broncos.
Have you seen that meme where it's like Russell Wilson going Broncos country, let's ride. And it's like the whole place
The
like
whole
burning
place is
down.
burning down.
Like it's like him being a chef and eating a Subway sandwich and it's just everything burning down. Like
Broncos
this at the
country.
stadium.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Broncos country. Let's ride. All right. And the last one, my 26th, is Zach Wilson. We haven't gotten to see much of him this season.
Yeah.
He hasn't done much. In the games he's played, he hasn't done much. But he hasn't done many bad things. So he hasn't done much good things, and he hasn't done much bad things. So
Right.
he's
I
kind
know
of
what you're
just whatever. So we'll
Okay.
see. We'll have to wait till the end of the season for a
Um
better rate.
this is my list. I got the worst QB in the league. I got Kenny Pickett. Um I don't know. I just don't think he's respectfully, I just don't think it's it. I think he'll be good in the future. Just right now, no. Not much to justify there, to be honest. That's just a whole uh like shit show in itself at Steelers. Number 31, I got Justin Fields.
We
It's just
agree.
not going well there. 30, I got Davis Mills from Houston. I think Houston needs to actually find a good starting quarterback. I think Davis Mills is just meant to be a backup. That's my opinion on it. At 29, I got Baker. I think not everything in Carolina is Baker's fault. Majority it is. I'm not gonna lie, but like the coaching staff, the wide receiver core, now it's just DJ Moore. Like that's all it is now because Robbie Anderson just got traded to the Cardinals. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. 28, I got Marcus Mariota. He can't throw for a lick of attention.
Marcus
But
Mariota, 28th.
yeah,
You gotta put some respect on Mariota's name.
he all he does is just run. But
He
I think
doesn't just run. He
not
can throw the ball a little bit.
he can throw the ball. I'm not saying he can't throw the ball. I'm just saying I think I see him more as a runner, which the whole league does, and a thrower. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, but I like just like look at him against the 49ers. You know,
Adam, he
completion
has
percentage of 93%. Like
yeah.
he's solid when he throw. I know he's not a thrower, but you can't like take him down because when he does throw,
Yes,
it's normally not the worst in the league. It's not the worst in the league when he
I
does
don't
throw.
think he's like he has gotten sacked 100 times though. Holy shucks. Matt Ryan's got sacked 168 times though, so sheesh. Um, no, I just think Marcus Mariota's 28 in my list. I don't really see him that well. 27th, I got Danny Dimes. Um, Danny Dimes is 27th on my list. I mean, he's 5-1. Yeah, but he's got to do something. I don't think he's the worst QB. I just don't think he's the best either. He's honestly not that bad. I think him and
27th.
I think him and Marcus Mariota could be switched. Honestly, to be honest,
Oh, you're gonna hate me.
I think Danny Dimes can easily be put at 30. It was so hard to determine these last six. And at 26, I got Jared Goff, the Lions QB. That needs to be figured out. Jared Goff is Jared Goff. No need to explain there. So, Adam, who you got at 25 through 18?
Oh, that's a big one. All right, my boy, old friend Carson Wentz, number 25. I feel bad
Respect.
for him. A little bad for him. I know he has a decent receiver core, but man, he gets fucking hit every week, and he's finally injured. I mean, if you get that sacked that many
It's real
times, there's an
bad,
injury
though.
coming.
We need him. We need him to play like 70% games
Yeah, I
in
mean,
order to get
he's
that
not.
second round pick
He's
for the
out 4 to
Colts.
6 months.
No, 4 to 6 weeks.
No,
Not
it's
four to
months. I
six months.
thought.
It's not months.
Is it
No, no,
weeks?
no, no, no. It's weeks.
Okay, thank God.
It's weeks.
I saw 4 to 6, and I guess I just went months instead of weeks. That's hopefully we can get whatever picks we can get from it. And then number 24. You're not gonna like this, but he is on par with the one up top, and his stats have been horrendous, especially with the one weapon he had. Well, two. He has two good weapons, but that's about it. Matthew Stafford. Had a bad
No,
year.
I agree with that.
He's
Matthew
had
Stafford.
24th. He's had a bad year. More interceptions than touchdowns.
Then
I know that he has
it's just
just Cooper
bad.
Kupp and Tyler Higbee, but
I mean,
still,
he
I mean
has
Cooper
Allen
Kupp.
Robinson.
Yeah, he has Allen Robinson. I don't think Allen Robinson's that bad. I mean, with that other guy, what's his name?
Van Jefferson.
No, not Van Jefferson. The guy Stoic.
Oh, the white guy, number
Yeah,
18.
yeah,
I
number
don't even know
18. I don't remember his
how to
name.
pronounce his last
He
name.
has that guy, but I mean,
Yeah,
you can't be doing that with the defense that the Rams have. The Rams have a good defense. I mean, you have like one of the most talented wide receivers to ever play the game on your
yeah,
team. Like you should be doing better than this. It is
exactly.
disappointing. It's very disappointing. And number three, only reason I put him above him is because of last week, and he's raised up a lot of places is Matt Ryan because
You got Matt
before
Ryan at 23?
before that, Matt Ryan and Matthew Stafford had almost the exact same stats.
Okay, I could see why you're saying that now. But 23?
But Matt Ryan had a good week last week, which bumped him up from the Russell Wilson territory up into the average QB territory right
We
now.
have such different lists. I'm so curious to see what your top 15.
But I mean, he played really well. That's his only game he's played good. One good game all season. He's had one good game.
I think he had a good game against
No, he didn't.
Houston first week. It was just Rodrigo.
No, he didn't. He had a good fourth quarter against Houston.
Okay, we're not gonna get in that shit.
He had a good fourth quarter against Houston.
I've already argued with
All
you.
right, number 22, a man I said you need to put a little bit of respect on his name, is Marcus Mariota.
No.
I've always liked Mariota. I really have. I've always thought I love running QBs. I love running QBs. Like any QB that can run is always a plus for me. I just think it's such a massive weapon. Like
Yeah.
it's such a massive weapon. The Colts haven't had that for a long time. It's been a while. Even Andrew Luck wasn't much of a runner. Neither was Peyton Manning. So, and neither was Jacoby Brissett. Carson Wentz was the best running QB we've had in a long time, and he wasn't a good one
I mean,
either.
Andrew Luck was
so.
good, but then Andrew got hit too much. And
So yeah, I mean, it's just I've always thought he was just a solid QB in the league. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I think that is worthy of being around the average category. I don't know. I think it's worthy about being close to average. And number 21, who's not had a great year, Jacoby Brissett. It's been okay.
Jacoby at 21 as well.
It's been okay. I mean, he has not the best offensive weapons when it comes to throwing the football. They're a running team. So the best thing for him is not to make big plays, which is why he'll never be in the top 16 or never have a chance to with the Browns. He just won't have a chance to do that. He's just there to, hey, don't turn the ball over. Give it to our running backs. We have 2 of the best running backs in the league. Give it to both of them, and we'll run and we'll wait for Deshaun Watson, and we'll get some offensive pieces next year. Because honestly, I look at that receiving core. No more Jarvis Landry. He was a very, very big piece for them. And they have like Jonathan Peoples-Jones. I mean, they have Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
And that's it. That's pretty much it. They don't have a tight end presence. Their offensive line. So Jacoby hasn't been given the best things to work with. I think he's done okay with his.
I think he's done okay for what his purpose is.
6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
He's just about
he's done
average
good.
He's gonna get.
Like for his expectations, this is what you'd expect, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just a good. I think it's going to be. I think he's just there. Well, we all know he's there because of Deshaun Watson, but I don't know. I think he's done an okay job for the team. So I see what you're saying there. Who's your number 20?
My number 20 is Jameis Winston. I know he's been hurt, and he's been hurt all year, but I actually think Jameis Winston is actually not a bad player. I know he gets a lot of interceptions, but he can also sling that ball better than most people in the league.
I agree.
And he's a solid quarterback. He's about the average. This year I would put him down a little bit, which is what I've done. I put him down a little bit. I know it's kind of weird to hear Jameis Winston above like Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson,
Right,
and Matt
especially this
Ryan,
season. Right.
and especially seeing Jacoby Brissett above those three names is weird. But I don't think it's actually that crazy when you look at the stats, take the names away. And for number 19, very average QB, Ryan Tannehill. I think he's been okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
his offensive weapons are arguably the worst receiving core in the league. I mean, honestly, he has absolutely nothing to pass to. Literally no talent like anywhere. I heard these guys were supposed to be good. I heard like Robert Woods is supposed to be like the second coming of Jesus, but it's just not, is it?
Second coming of Jesus?
Second coming. I mean, and
What are you
he's
saying?
no, and he's but what's impressive is he only has 3 interceptions to 6 touchdowns with a very limited talent passing game. I know they have Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's not a pass catching back. That's not what he does.
No,
So
it's Dylan.
so he's actually done pretty well, like limiting the turnovers, like pretty well.
Yeah.
And my number 18, the last one here, as much as I hate to put him this high up on the list, Jimmy Garoppolo,
I have Jimmy Garoppolo at 18 as well. I have to
number
pay respect where
18.
respect's due.
He has, after being told you're not going to be a starter anymore, their quarterback gets injured, he comes in, and he's not been bad. He's been decent.
I'm just curious. I'm curious to see.
There's off games here and there.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there. I don't know if
But-
Trey Lance is gonna take over again, or they're just gonna stick with Jimmy, because Jimmy's been doing fine for them.
I think they're going to let Jimmy go.
Yeah, they probably will. Everybody hates Jimmy, so.
I think they're going to let, even though Trey Lance didn't look great
Right.
the time he's played.
Well, it was one
interception.
game.
I know,
It was-
but he threw an interception in it, and he didn't look great. But
It was also in the rain.
like Jimmy Garoppolo has some weapons, boy. He got some
Yeah, I
good
know.
players. He got some
He
good
does.
players to use him. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. Now it's
Right.
starting over to you. Tell me how bad my picks are by showing me your greatest list of all time.
At 25, I have Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston has definitely taken a step off from ever since he threw like the most TDs and most interceptions in the league. I think that was kind of weird. But I don't think Saints are the Saints, 2-4. 24. At 24, I have Mac Jones. I don't think he's ever really shown that he can be that good. I mean, he had a really good rookie campaign, but I know he got injured. Let's see how he goes and carries his team back. But that's my thoughts on Mac Jones. 23, I have Ryan Tannehill. I think Ryan Tannehill is just. I don't think he's going to be with the Titans after this season. Respectfully, I just don't think so. I think they're going to move on to Malik Willis. Because Ryan Tannehill has really poor game time decision making. We saw it last year. We saw it last year in the playoffs with against the Bengals. We've seen it time after time in Dolphins. I mean, it is what it is. I just don't think he's. I think it's a solid 23, below average. 22, I have Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson could be a really good player. And this Jets team, with him in that Jets team, I think he's the perfect QB for that Jets team, in my opinion. 21, I have Jacoby Brissett. I think he's just average. I think he's getting what he needs to do. I think he's been playing okay ball. At 20, I have Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is actually starting to become into this person that we saw him to be. I know they're on a 3-game losing streak, but Trevor Lawrence has played actually not that bad at all this season. 19, I have Commander Carson Wentz. Bump, ba-dum, bump, bump. Anyways, that's like the Commander's slogan. It's like the State Farm. What's like that?
It's like State Farm.
It's like Allstate. What's the one that goes? It really sounds the exact same. It goes bump, ba-dum, bump, bump, or something like that.
Wait, no. What is that?
What
State Farm.
What? Is that State Farm?
That's State Farm.
I don't know. That's literally what they do though. I got Carson Wentz. I just feel bad for Carson Wentz at this point. I think because he's just been tossed to the side every year ever since Jalen Hurts came in starting job at the Eagles. And then at 18, I have Jimmy G. Gotta pay respect when respect's due. So, okay, here we go.
We're getting into it.
Here, now we're getting above average QBs.
There's one name I haven't said, and I'm surprised you're not thinking about it.
We're gonna go from 17 to 10.
Oh,
No, 17
to 11.
to 11.
All right. 17, Trevor Lawrence for me. I think there's good games and then there's bad games. I think he's in a stage right now where he has a good head coach. He has some talent. I don't think it's that great of talent. I don't think they bought that well, but he has some decent NFL pros to throw to. And it's getting there. It's getting there. They're going through a slump, but it's going to be up and down for Trevor Lawrence. He's just a young QB. It's going to be up and down. So, I mean, we'll see, but it's been better. It's been better. And number
Yeah.
16, Mr. Average himself. Well, this year average, Jared Goff. Number 16 for the Detroit Lions. I know the Detroit Lions have not been good,
There's
but
no way you just said Jared Goff when all you do is shit talk Jared Goff.
I hate Jared Goff. I think
So why is
he's
he at
shit.
16?
Because this is the best year of his career. And
Okay.
he is the only reason that I don't think the Lions are the worst team in the league, despite their horrible record. 11 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
I see what you're saying.
That's pretty goddamn good. There's not many people with more touchdowns than him.
I
I
know.
mean, he's been pretty good. Like
It's
I
so
kind of
weird.
feel the only reason I'm putting him down is because this record is so bad.
Don't they have like one of the high scoring?
Yeah, their defense is
Offenses-
horrible. Like they scored
Yeah.
45 points in a game and lost. Like
Who knows?
that's not Jared Goff's fault. And not at all. So, I mean, I have to give credit where credit is due. And you know this is not a biased list. Because I have Jared Goff in the middle of the pack.
I
And
know. I'm not saying it's biased.
I'm just for anybody out there who be watching this. I thought Jared Goff was the worst quarterback in the league for a while. So the fact that I'm actually moving him up here is pretty remarkable.
I'm surprised you even said his name. I thought you weren't even gonna put him on your list, to be honest.
Number 15. I'm gonna go with Dak. I'm gonna go Dak number 15. Haven't seen much of him this year. He like what? We didn't even get a full game. I don't even think.
Yeah, we got like half a game.
So I'm just gonna go off of his reputation. It's average.
Yeah,
Average QB in the
I
league.
respect him.
Number 14, a guy who I had a lot higher, is taking a big step down. Kyler Murray. He's taking a big step down this year. His team
Yeah.
is the offense. The offense last
It's
game.
not as good as it used to be. It used to be.
Did you see the Cardinals' offense last night?
Oh,
when
it
they
was
played?
dog shit.
It was
They
horrible.
couldn't move the ball. They literally couldn't move the ball. The only target they have is Zach Ertz.
Pretty much, yeah. They couldn't run. They can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball. It's frustrating to watch, and every week it gets worse. It's not getting better.
Absolutely.
It's getting worse. And I can tell they're getting frustrated. They need D-Hop back. As a guy who has him, he's coming back on Thursday Night Football. I am a little bit worried that he's coming into a bad situation where things are just not going to work and he's not going to get the ball very much. So I'm worried about that. But they need him back, and we'll see what that does. Number 13. There's one guy's name I haven't said yet. You put him very low on your list. Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones
that's just unbelievable.
has a 5-1 record. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. A solid QB rating. Very good completion percentage. Actually, a very, very good completion percentage of 67. Upper half of the league. He's not turning the ball over. And by the way, he's been sacked 19 times. And he's
Wow.
barely turned the ball over.
That's
Take
kind of
notes.
low.
Take notes, Matt Ryan. Take notes, Matt Ryan.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Now, right, which is pretty far up there. Only Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan have been sacked more, and
I
Justin
don't know.
Fields.
Right.
So it's and when he runs, he's silky, bro. I'm telling. He's the
He's silky?
silky. He's like a snake. He slithers through a defense. He just like woo, woo, woo. He
He
does
said
this.
Slithers.
He slithers past people. It's weird. He has like the weirdest running, but it works so well. I know everybody remembers that time when he was running towards the end zone and he tripped
Yeah.
on the grass.
You know what? That's hard times.
But hey, he's a good runner, and he doesn't turn the ball over. He has absolutely nothing to throw to, literally nothing. Tell me one player offensively on the Giants besides Saquon. Do you know anybody?
Darius Tony.
Yeah, and how good is he?
Um.
Shit,
All right.
he's not good. They have their best offensive weapon went down with an ACL tear,
Yeah.
and he wasn't that great. He was average.
How
He's an
do
average
they
receiver.
score? It's literally just Saquon.
Saquon is the key, but Daniel Jones is doing nothing to
He
ruin
does the
it.
dirty work.
He's doing nothing to ruin it. He's getting yards when he needs to. I remember the Cowboys game, their one loss. I don't know if you watched that game, but I watched
I
that
think I
game.
did. I think I did.
His receivers dropped 6 passes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I saw 6 drops from his receivers. All 5 of the 6 would have been first downs. That's receiver perfect balls that they just dropped. And I'm saying he is not doing bad. Give some respect at Danny Dimes. Number
Great to see it.
12. I'm sorry that he got hurt. Sucks. Tua. He had a massive game against the Ravens, and the other ones were average games. So I mean, but we didn't really get to see
looking
much
like a
of him.
really good QB though.
He was looking like he was
good.
on the come up. The Dolphins were doing really well. He has the offensive weapons, and they gave him the offensive weapons, and he's doing work with them.
Yeah. Now the Dolphins are 3-3.
But without him, and see what happens without him. Tough. It's tough.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
And I guess number 11, Derek Carr. I like
That's a
Derek
little-
Carr.
It's a little high.
He has
that's a-
he has some
that's a
weapons
little
this
high.
year. I don't think Derek Carr's been that bad. 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, he really hasn't been that bad. Come on, like
And they're 1-4.
I know they're 1-4, but that's the
Or
defense.
1-5.
Their defense can't hold anything.
What's their record? Like, is it? I just obliterated my mic. What is their record?
Let me check, because I don't remember.
The Raiders are 1-4 because they went on a bye week.
Yeah, they're 1-4. Their defense can't stop anyone.
No,
Their defense gave up 23 to the Broncos
yeah.
and 29 to the Cardinals.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
their
bad.
defense, you can pass straight through them. That's their main, and they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost Yannick Ngakoue. And they got Rocky Sin to try and help, but they were so skinned in that area with injuries. They have the offensive pieces to do it. I mean, their offenses look great. It hasn't really been on their offense. Their offense has been fine, but their defense has been horrendous. Absolutely horrendous on all sides of the field. So I don't really put that down to him. But number 10, or wait, no, not number 10. I'm done.
Okay.
We're saving the top 10. Saving the top 10.
All right. Bum. Here we go. At number 17, we got Matthew Stafford. I think he's just had to hit a slump. I think this is probably the best. I think honestly, right now, what we've seen. So I don't think the problem with Matthew Stafford is all he targets is Cooper Kupp. He needs to stop taking his eyes off Cooper Kupp and disperse the ball. It's unbelievable. Derek Carr is at 16 for me. I mean, he's 1-4. He has a great wide receiver, so he should have a better record. 15, I got Russell Wilson. Because he's spicy. Have you seen that Subway commercial? That's why I said
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I've seen the Subway commercials he's
Yeah,
done. They're the
because
cringiest
Russell
things
Wilson's
I've ever
spicy.
seen. It's the cringiest thing I've ever
His
seen.
face, he's like, that's spicy. Anyways,
So bad.
it's so bad. I got him at 15. I think he can turn it around there. 14. This might be a little bit generous. I got Matt Ryan. I think the only reason why I put Matt Ryan at 4 is because like what we saw this past Sunday, it is if he has protection. Honestly, that's the truth though. If he has protection, he can perform like that, and I'm totally fine with that. So we just gotta see where it goes. I guess I can move Matt Ryan probably with Matthew Stafford. No, I can maybe move Matt Ryan to like maybe 20 on my list. He can go either way. Depends how you look at him. 13, I got Dak Prescott. I think Dak is gonna probably come back, and I don't know. I don't know if Dak is gonna help this Broncos team or not, because his backups always do better than himself. So that'll be a weird situation. Cooper Rush starting QB for the Tennessee Titans? Question mark.
Maybe.
Um, Colts? Question mark. MVP? Question mark. Um,
uh,
at number 12, I got Kyle Murray. Same as you. He's just had a disappointing season. I mean, he was a top 7 quarterback last year, easily. And then this year, he's just took a drop off. And then 11, I got Tua. I think Tua could have been something really good this year, but he's off concussion protocol now. So, we'll see if he comes back this week or next week. But yeah, that's my top 17. Okay. Let's hear 10 through 6, and then we'll do 5 through 1. We'll alternate our 5 through 1 picks. So, let's hear your 10 through 6, Adam.
Number 10 is going to be Kirk Cousins, having
I
a
got,
great year with the Vikings.
yep,
He's doing really well. He's taken that step as the most average QB, the benchmark for average in the league. He's taking a step to an above average QB. I know he has really good weapons, Adam Thielen, and of course, one of the best receivers in the league, Justin Jefferson. But, everything, and Dalvin Cook. But Kirk Cousins is a good QB for that team. I think they can
right,
go far. I think they
yep.
can go far.
I
I
see
mean,
what
they,
you're saying.
they everything is starting to fit. Everything is starting to work. Number 9, the GOAT, Tom Brady. The GOAT. Offensively, horrible offense. A slow, boring offense that isn't scoring much, isn't doing
It's honestly not his
that
fault
great.
though. That team
But
is ass. That
yeah,
team is just ass.
but he has 8 touchdowns to 1 interception, lowest interceptions in the league comparatively.
Right.
And you know, the rate's been solid, the completion percentage has been good. I mean, he's not turning the ball over at all. I mean, he is not lighting up the show. He's not
Right.
lighting up the show, but he's doing pretty good. He's doing what Tom Brady does. He wins games.
Yep.
Or at least he's trying to. I don't know
Are they
about.
4-2?
I think they're 4-2. Yeah,
I see. I just don't get that. How are they 4-2?
I don't know.
They're 3-3. They're
They're
3-3.
they're 3-3, but it's because their offense is just weird, man. They lost to the
Yeah.
Steelers,
Yeah. That was a bad loss.
like, but they're plagued with injuries. Like they have so many like like all of their receivers are playing injured. I mean, it's why Leonard Fournette is the leading running back and the leading receiver for them because he's the only player who can stay healthy.
Yeah.
So
Honestly,
I do kind of feel bad for their
it's just kind of
offense.
sad.
And number 8, a guy where the wheels are starting to come off the bus, Aaron Rodgers. His Packers are starting to lose.
Yep.
They're starting to lose. They've lost, what, 2 games in a row to the... who have they lost to? They lost to the Jets this
They
week.
lost. They lost
Pretty
to the
badly.
Jets.
The Jets beat them up.
They lost to the Jets and Giants
The New York
back-to-back
teams.
weeks.
New York team. I mean, they didn't score a single point in the second half against the Giants and lost. And then against the Jets, they got their butts kicked. The Jets sweeped them out of the way. But, I mean, talking about some of the worst receiving cores in the league, If the lizard is your best receiver,
The
you got
lizard.
nothing. You got nothing, bro.
It's a lizard.
The
What?
lizard. Alan Lazard, the lizard, is your best receiver. Duh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just tough.
The ghost of Randall Cobb.
Dude, how is Randall Cobb in a league still? That man is old.
I don't know.
He is unbelievably old, man. That is I can't believe that.
Oh man. Number 7. He's taken a step down, just a tiny little gap step. Justin Herbert.
Wow.
I've been very disappointed by the Chargers games. The
Yeah.
Chargers have been disappointing. I mean,
Yeah.
they just, I mean, they lost to the Chiefs, which isn't a crime, but then
No.
they got destroyed by Jacksonville.
Right. Like
I like, and I understand Justin Herbert was injured, but honestly, who's the leader of that team? We all know Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
I mean, he has a solid receiving core, but I honestly, Austin Eckler is the leader. I'm not saying Justin Herbert's the worst QB in the world. He's 7th, right? And I think he could be 6. I think he could be top 3
Yeah.
at his best. But this year, I think there have been a couple people outplaying him.
Yep.
Like my number 6. Now this is a controversial one because his season has not been the greatest season, but he still has been slinging that ball. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Although the Bengals are not. They have one of the best receiving cores in the league. You know, Boyd, Higgins, and Chase are ridiculous. So that helps a lot. But
Right.
I mean, 12 touchdowns. You can't argue with it. 12
No.
touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Again, horrid offensive line. They're still terrible. Not the worst one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen last year.
There's
but
one name you haven't said
It's
yet.
bad. They're
I'm
bad.
surprised. There's one name on your list you haven't said. I'm surprised.
They're bad. So, yeah, that's my 10 through 6.
Okay, my 10 through 6, I'll make this quick because we're at 39 minutes. Holy cow.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
long episode.
Okay, yeah.
I got Kirk Cousins at 10. I think he's just doing his thing there. At number 9, I got Geno Smith. Geno Smith. Seahawks country. Let's fly. At number 8, I got Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I think it's just Tom Brady. I mean, this is maybe the worst offense he's ever had. And I mean, that's saying something. Number 7, I got Aaron Rodgers. I definitely agree with the statement about them both. I think Aaron Rodgers is taking a decline, but he doesn't have any wide receivers. He has the lizard himself. I'm gonna call him Lizard now.
The lizard.
Hey, look at Lizard, man.
Look at the lizard.
Number 6, I have Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert is. I think he's gonna be something special with what we've seen so far because of the injury. It's been whatever, but that's crazy. He's been a good QB. Okay, so how we're gonna do 1 through 5 here, or 5 through. You're gonna list your 5, then I'll list my 5.
All right.
So, who you got first for your 5?
I'm not really going to explain these. I'm just going to let it go.
Yep.
Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Wow. I'm surprised that Geno is number 4,
The 5.
5. That's crazy. I got Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. So, I think looking back on it, I'll ask you this question and we'll wrap up this episode. Who do you think is going to win MVP?
Josh Allen.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl right now.
Okay, who do you think your dark horse MVP is going to be?
My dark horse MVP.
Yeah, I think I got Josh Allen as my MVP, but my dark horse is Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts can be in MVP. He's 6-0 for God's sakes.
I just got this in my head.
What?
If they keep winning,
What?
Danny Dimes.
I'm not following.
If the Giants keep winning, Danny Dimes is my dark horse.
Danny,
I'm just, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
no,
kidding,
no,
I'm
no,
kidding,
no, no.
I'm kidding,
No.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm joking. No, no. But at the beginning of the season, my dark horse was Tua.
Yeah.
But because he's been out a little bit, he's probably out of the running now. So I would have to say it. I would have to agree with Jalen Hurts. You know, if
think
the
Jalen
Eagles
Hurts will
just keep winning games, I mean, but hell, I mean, hey, yo, Danny Dimes, you know, goes 14-3. The Giants. I mean, Saquon probably gonna win it then.
It is what it is. But yeah, that's our top 32 QBs. I know it was a long episode. It was a fun one though. I had fun doing it. So, I think we're gonna do an episode Thursday night, a preview for Thursday Night Football. Give our predictions for that. Make sure to go follow the TikTok, All Chips In podcast. No, all one word. We gotta get that up. We'll see how that goes. Fun episode, like I said. Adam, any last words?
Broncos country. Let's cry.
You know what? I'll take it. You know what I gotta say?
What?
You know what I gotta say for the people, for the listeners? If I gotta say one thing on earth,
Say it.
and it's coming down to the goal line, and I want one QB to take me to win this game, I want Iguodala. No. No. I want, like I said before, give me Matt Ryan. Colts are gonna go out and win this. We're gonna see an awful game Thursday night. Let's see you guys' comments on that. We'll talk about that. Like I said, this Thursday. Adam, who you got winning this Thursday?
Ooh. You know, that's a toughie. I am worried about, you know, D Hop coming back.
I think I got Cardinals.
It's just the Cardinals have just been like it's getting worse.
So bad. Yeah.
It's getting worse. I'm afraid that they're gonna lose. I want to take them though, so
Right.
probably go Cardinals. As much as I'm not confident in that pick at all. But the Saints are bad, so I'm gonna have to go.
It's both really bad teams. I mean, Amazon's just losing money at the point for hosting these games.
Man, what did Jeff Bezos do?
I don't even know.
What did he do to them to make them go through this punishment?
He had to give some. Who knows, man? Maybe I don't know. That would be inappropriate for viewers if I said that. Or
Yeah,
listeners.
probably. Yeah.
Anyways, so my name is Charlie Shank. As you got, I didn't even get to mention. I know. Make sure if you listen to the podcast, go follow the Ssoups channel on YouTube. It's Ssoups on YouTube. You can see the podcast as there as well. In the background, I have this big giant plush my got. His Huevos. Huevos thinks that Adam's a little bitch.
Fuck
My name
Huevos.
is Charlie Shank.
Fuck
joined
you,
by
Huevos.
Adam, the co-host. This is the All Chips In podcast. I'll catch you guys on the flip.
Peace.
See ya.